Alright, morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our Central Australian trip. I'm just woken up early and I'm walking these sand dunes looking for a special little goanna species, Varanus eremias, or the rusty desert monitor. They're a pygmy monitor and probably up there one of my favourites in the country because they are just so gorgeous. So I'm going to do this for a little bit and then we've got to get on the road and look for these thorny devils before it gets too hot. It's been a very slow morning, although Amy saw this little girl basking on the side of the highway. It's a western bearded dragon, Pagona minor. I've never seen one of these guys before. They're one of the dwarf bearded dragons. There's quite a few different species of bearded dragon in Australia. This is as big as they'll get. They're not like the Easterns and Centrals, they get pretty large. But look where we are. Ullaru's just over there. This is super cool. Very pretty lizard too. Alright, we've finished up looking for lizards at the Spinifex sand dunes. We're back at the base of Uluru. We're walking in an area where I've seen Tristis before. So fingers crossed we come across one. It's been a very slow day other than the bearded dragon. Hopefully it picks up the pace this afternoon. Just snuck up on this little central netted dragon. He's out basking on his fence post. It's about 34 degrees and they're still out basking. We've been a bit reptile deprived today, so thought I'd stop and at least film this guy. They are beautiful lizards.
We ended up heading back to camp for a bit when we saw this very bold long-nosed dragon eating some bugs near the barbecues.
Alright, it's now late afternoon and we're just about to do the Walpa Gorge walk. Hope to see some animals in the late afternoon. If not, I'm pretty excited just to do the walk. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. Just got this little Tympanocryptus centralis, or Centralian earless dragon. They are beautiful little lizards. They like basking in the late afternoon sun on these little rocks. What a backdrop. Really cute little lizards. Alright, we better start walking and hope to find some parentes. That walk was so incredible. Really made you feel small. The cliffs are that big. But it's time to go back to our regular schedule, which is road cruising for animals. The sun's going down, it's getting cooler, so hopefully things will be moving and tonight will be a better night, fingers crossed. First herp of the night is his tiny baby Burton's legless lizard. They're stripy in this part of the country. Very common in arid Australia. We've seen these plenty of times. Lizard hunters. He'll be out here looking for baby geckos. Still cool. We're going a bit insane, hoping for herps. We've got to keep cruising. I have a feeling about a western brown, hopefully. Pretty cool. Just found this new gecko species for the trip. This is a desert fat-tailed gecko. You can tell because they have that long tip at the end of their tail. There's a very similar species in the area, conspiculatus, and they lack that tip in their tail. Pretty cool little geckos. They use their tails to plug spider burrows. That's where they spend their day. And then at night, they come out and forage for insects. Pretty cool. Another new species for the trip. Western hooded scalyfoot, Pygopus nigriceps. They're beautiful little lizards. Member of closely related to geckos. They're a species of pygopod. Very cool little animals. Super awesome. Haven't seen one of these guys in years. Thought I'll at least stop for one of these guys, especially being they're my favourite. Strophus ciliaris, northern spiny-tailed gecko. You can really see those spines down his tail. And those beautiful eyelashes. I absolutely love these geckos. They are so good. Alright, we'll keep cruising.
We saw multiple of both species of knobtail, although we only stopped for some quick clips as we continued to search for snakes.
Finally we come across the first proper snake of the night. Just young mulga snake. These central Australian animals have this speckly pattern. Although the Alice Springs ones are more black and white, these ones have a bit more like a greenish colour. Absolutely incredible snakes. These are probably my favourites Elapids in Australia. They're just so good. See him lunging at me, trying to scare me off. These are so good.
a relative of the Jan's banded snake we saw in the last episode. Watch as this desert banded snake quickly disappears underneath the sand with their smooth scales and pointy snout.
Just got this mulga snake, little one. It's our second one of the night. I won't bother photographing it because it's a smaller one. I see that defensive posturing. Woo! It's coming towards me. What a good little snake. Snakes are definitely on the move now. Ew! Another new species. This is a monk snake. Suitor species. They are beautiful colours. Nice black head. I was wondering when I was going to see one of these. Pretty cool. Now this is the first time we've ever showcased this animal on our channel. This is a ringed brown snake, or Pseudonaya modesta. They're called ringed browns because of these black rings down its body. Now they're thought to be, like, all the literature says they're not medically significant, their venom, which is very unusual for a Pseudonaya. Although I do not want to be the test dummy for that. This is just a little one. They don't get massive. Although they're beautiful little snakes. Very cool to come across in the arid country. Yoo-hoo! What a good night. Morning everyone. We got back pretty late last night and I forgot to film a video before we went to bed, but we've gotten up really early this morning to try to find a thorny devil before we head off to our next destination. So fingers crossed we find one. We'll let you know if we do. If not, we'll just start heading to Kings Canyon next and hope for a few new species there. We've spent probably over 5 hours looking for thorny devils this morning around Uluru and turned up short. We got nothing really other than a couple basking central netted dragons, which is just the usual out here. But we are now leaving Uluru and we are heading 3.5 hours away to our next spot. There's a nice rocky outcrop there, and so hopefully we can find some Marini velvet geckos, Centralian knobtail geckos, and even some Parentes, hopefully. So wish us luck. It's going to be a good drive. Hopefully we get to see some animals on the way there, but if not, I'll see us when we get there. Just come across this Sandy, cruising around. How good.
We ended up seeing a few Sandies as we drove to our destination. These Centralian animals are the subspecies Flaviferus, and are usually smaller and more strikingly coloured and patterned than the other subspecies.
Just pulled up to our campground for the night. And this is what we'll be herping tonight. Far out. Words cannot describe how beautiful this is. Absolutely gorgeous. In here is Australia's largest lizard. This is Varanus giganteus, or the parenti. Far out, this is so good. I wanted to see one of these in the wild for many years. Oh, far out, it's only a young one.
Oh my god.
Wow, you kidding? Holy shit.
Oh my god.
These small skinks were so quick and very difficult to get a good look at. They are in a large family Leopholus and live in rocky outcrops in the southern NT and a small population just over the South Australian border.
Alright, so we're just walking around these rocky outcrops looking for geckos, and in front of me is one of our targets tonight. This is a Marini velvet gecko. These were once thought to be a variant of inland marbled velvet gecko, and they were remained undiscovered for many years until very recently, where they decided to split the two species. So these guys are only found around Kings Canyon on the western side of the Western McDonnell Ranges, and they are just an absolutely gorgeous gecko. She's a fully grown adult. She's a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. And yeah, they run around at night hunting insects. The pattern is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm pretty stoked to see one. I've wanted to see one of these for a few years now, so it is pretty cool. I think I've just got an AMEA. We have an AMEA. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes. I shined an AMEA.
You're kidding.
How good is that? That is sick. Sitting in front of me, but in front of this Spinifex, is my favorite gecko and animal is a northern spiny tail. This is second. This is Nephris AMEA, or the Centralian Knobtail Gecko. They're only found in the West McDonnell Ranges near Alice Springs in the rocky Spinifex Hills. and I am so stoked right now. These are the heaviest bodied geckos in Australia, and this is actually a male, so females actually get bigger than this. So hopefully we can find a female tonight to show you guys. These guys run around the spinifex fields hunting other geckos. They do hunt geckos and large insects as well. As you can see, he's actually starting to lick his eyeballs. So geckos don't actually have eyelids, so they've actually got to lick him to keep him clean. And he's called a knobtail gecko because you can see that little knob tail right at the back. And not much is known about why they have it. I keep these in captivity, and they actually, when they get excited, they actually wiggle that tail, kind of like a puppy dog. It's pretty funny. I kind of call them bulldogs. They got big heads and no tails. It's just so good. I'm so excited. These are always a big target, and I remember 3 years ago when I got one how excited I am, and honestly I'm just as excited right now. These are easily top tier animals for me. So hopefully we can find another larger female, although already a good night. Okay guys, I'm pretty well done herping for tonight. We found the 2 species I was after, so I'm pretty happy and stoked about that. So I reckon I might get up early, see if I can't find a parenti or an Aki or something tomorrow morning, and then we will get onto the road and start heading towards Alice Springs to finally find probably the biggest target of our trip, tied with the inland taipan. So fingers crossed we do find one. Anyway, I'll catch us in the morning. Morning everyone, we're back at it walking these rocky escarpment where we found the geckos last night, hoping for monitors again, and then might try to do this for half an hour and then we better get on the road. There's some really nice habitat, and we saw a dead on road parenti about 100 k's south of there, so we might try to check out that habitat on the way through. Just fingers crossed we get a bigger parenti. Alright everyone, we've just made it to Alice Springs. We've checked into our motel room and had a shower and stuff, but now we're just a place with a bit of habitat. I've been told it's a decent spot to see parentis, so wish us luck. We're just going to walk around in the late afternoon until the sun goes down and hope we get one. Unfortunately no parentis, but we're gonna start road cruising for about an hour and then walk one of the gorges in the West MacDonnell Ranges, hopefully find a bredli. That'll be the best thing we can find, but should be good. Alright, we're walking the gorges now, and one of the frog targets that I wanted to see was this Litoria gillini, or Centralian tree frog. They're kind of like green tree frogs, but they have these beautiful little dots down their back. Now they're pretty common in the gorges because they hold water year round. Beautiful little frogs. Not a reptile, but still pretty cool.
This was a special moment with this small wallaby allowing us to get so close. They are a threatened species of Australian macropod, and most rock wallabies need our help. Definitely a moment we won't forget.
How they bound off the rocks, hey? Hello, buddy. Hello. That is so sick. Alright, unfortunately we didn't get too lucky tonight. Only the Centralian tree frogs and the black-footed rock wallabies, which are really cool. I actually really want to see both those species. I think this will be the end of episode 2. So if you want to follow more of our journey, please like and subscribe. And keep an eye out for the next episode.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and follow our socials down below.